I'm gonna get straight to it. You know, I'm gonna be addressing a few things. Also, this is like part two to the Leviathan, you know, reptilian rule, Draconic rule, should I say, you know. But there's a lot of changes, metamorphosis taking place. I guess I'll just go with the Leviathan, if I'm pronouncing it right. The big serpent, aka three-headed whale, dragon. You know, again, I think there's so many different descriptions of what they would call the Leviathan. Is the big, enormous, the biggest creature, you know, of the sea. And again, like I said, the waters above as well as the waters below. Everything, we are in water. In general, everything is water. We're in water now. It's just a different density. If I'm saying that correctly. I do believe things like that exist, but to really say, was it metaphoric or is it an actual, you know, the biggest sea creature somewhere? They got locked off. It could be definitely a possibility. But I usually, you know, if we're using common sense, it's hard for me to believe that it's only one creature, unless it's his last kind or it's, I don't know, to get too much deep into it. But, you know, do your own due diligence and research if you want to know more about that. And again, lately I've been saying bear with me because I want to address quite a few things in this video. You know, this for educational purposes only. You know, you got to understand mind control and people that they would call archons and master manipulators, people that may be of higher, you know, conscious origins, that's controlling the masses in a certain way, and these negative entities feed off of negativity, hurt, pain, frustration, anything disagreeable, you know, they feed off of it. Just like somebody sitting right there in the woods. Looked like they was walking, but they stopped and sitting in one spot, staring over here, but that's for a whole nother story. That's why I say bear with me. Raw and uncut. You know, trying my best to stay on track. And this is just what you see. That's why they say, the saying is, don't believe half of what you see and most of what you read, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, because a lot of things is an illusion. Yeah, the people that you may see that be in power, but everyone is wearing a mask. You know, they talk about me. Shit, I'm being around. I'm like Magneto or Magnet or something to these damn demons. I'm just being real. And they wonder why I put the eye on them. But it's deeper, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why these words are used a lot, such as demonic and things of that nature, is because, you know, all you hear about that. That's all you see. I've heard tales where these young girls and boys, you know, has deleted their younger siblings or their family, things of that nature, and they say they hear voices or some demonic stuff, you know, just took over them. I mean, what was it? And some of these people be very young, 11 years old, 10 years old. What would make a person, an entity, an individual do something that heinous? And we can go on and on and on. So we're wrestling against not flesh and blood, you know, spirits that jump into bodies, you know what I mean? It's just the truth. And then when you see the familiar ones, from my understanding, is some of the worst ones because, you know, God knows how long it's been around. I really don't even like to really speak about it, but like I said, I've heard certain things, and I don't even want to get too deep on it right now because the truth is stranger than fiction. Like alcohol and all that stuff, that's easier for you to open up for spirits and stuff to jump in your body. You heard how people, they'll tell you that alcohol and certain things are spirits. Maybe it's spirits itself will open you up even more for things to jump into your body. You know? That's why I am glad that I stopped consuming alcohol. Because I definitely was in all kind of different worlds. I didn't experiment with too much, but it's definitely certain type of psychedelics or whatever, man, that could put you in a whole nother dimension. And nobody's gonna tell me different, man. You get to seeing stuff, you seem like you're on Mars somewhere. So these people know what they're doing. All this stuff is by design. I don't even want to get so deep because I could even go more and more. Prescribing people with this stuff, then they getting, it's deep. But yeah, like, you know, this content is not for the simple-minded, you know. If you only believe in human beings and you think life out of all of God knows how many planets is the only thing that got life on it, then that exists, or is nothing higher than us or smarter than what you would call a human, then I think you lost, my friend. And I'm not here to argue or debate with anybody. I know a few people that just don't believe in what you would call God. And to me, that's just insane because everything perfectly go together like a hand in a glove. I mean, every single thing here, including us. You know? So yeah, it gets deep. But I also want to just address, and again, this is part 2 to the last video. I actually was making a part 2 the other day, and I was interrupted and told me I had to get off of private property. But that's for a whole nother story. But for the ones that's been following me and appreciating this content since day one, I appreciate it. But I've also stated, you know, I'm not sure if it's YouTube or the device itself. I'm always trying to see comments and respond to them as long as they're positive ones. You know, and I'm only addressing this again because I'm kind of replying to comments that was made. And just certain things. I've also stated I've been going through a lot, you know, without trying to put everything just out there because I don't want to seem like I'm just doing too much. It's life, you know, you just got to deal with it. Roll with the punches. So, but yeah, sometimes a lot of times I don't know how it works. I'll see a comment once in a while, and then when I look in the comment section, I don't see it. Then some people in the past said they've left comments or something, a few people, and I haven't replied back or something. And I'm like, I really don't see. I look at these comments every day, and I thought I replied to every comment that's made. But I have no control of what's going on. I don't know why something would be wrong with my device or something going on with YouTube, or because sometimes these videos and stuff be freezing on the vids. I've explained that too. Like some of this stuff that took a long time to download, things like that. I've kind of expressed that and said that, but I'm not going to keep over stressing something that I can't really control. Something weird be going on. I don't know if even with the content, I don't know if it be freezing sometimes. It's a lot of haters out here. And trust me, if you're a real supporter, and sorry if you did leave a message and I said something to you. It's a lot going on, Usually I get pointless comments sometimes. It just be kind of strange. I don't want to get so deep into it. Just like, for instance, one short feed. Somebody said, WTF, what the fuck? Off of one of the picture views I do or whatever, if you check out my short feeds. I think it's nice. I know that it's artistic. I like it. I feel like it's still underrated, and then it seemed like they took their little like back or something. I don't know how the weird things go, or the views may be this and then it may be that, the other. It is what it is, I don't really got time to focus on that. But nowadays, I don't know who a bot or a troll either. Because some of y'all probably be some of the, hopefully you ain't the ones that's around here energy draining on some vampire stuff, or, gang stuff and watching like these ones that's doing even now that I should put on camera. So, like I said, if you're a true supporter, and if you have a channel, if you want me to check it out, please remind me again, man. I got ADHD. I be moving around. I'm not perfect. I'm also working on it. I am confident on what I do, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you've been checking out the vids, you should be getting something out of this, I want you to learn something. If you got something you could teach, we can all teach each other. I don't think it's no big eyes and little U's. But I do believe certain people were handpicked by the gods. And certain people was probably most likely handpicked by, the other person. So again, I always try, and I'm going to say this again, I always try to see if I get a comment, positive comments, especially the ones that I've seen in the past that I appreciated. But somebody saying something that's just pointless or being ignorant or rude, prejudiced, racist, whatever it is, whatever. I don't reply to it. So, yeah. So, if you like what you hear, oh yeah, let me. And I was speaking about Kamala. I wasn't even gonna get that too much energy, but I think I was interrupted, or I was gonna say a little bit more, but. People must understand that as long as if you don't know who you are, you're not going to know where you're going, You're going to continue to be lost, and people going to take advantage of you and play on your emotions. The world is really a stage, And unfortunately, for those certain ones, people don't have your best interests at hand. You have to have your own best interests. You got to care for your own type of person. You care for everybody, but you got to care, for people. It starts. You know how they say it starts at home. If you can't start from home and people that's like-minded, that look like you, if you can't even start there and treat other people and everybody the way you want it to be treated, which is the golden rule, unfortunately, there's disagreeable characters that's ruling things right now, and they losing power all the time. they don't live off that. They live off greed and lust and hate and, you know, despise. You know, they monitor, they watch. You know, they all play their positions. But like I said, the Creator's with you. Who could be against you? You know, I could be complaining, saying I don't feel like I'm getting this support, that support. But I learned you have to support yourself. You got to be confident in what you do. You got to block these other people out. I'm being watched out right now as I'm speaking. Few people probably even watch me make these videos. Who knows? They may be subscribed. But if they ain't adding nothing, man, I try to block them out. It is what it is. But I ain't gonna drag the video too long. Trust me, talk to me, I'll talk back. Again, if you left comments and I haven't replied back and there was some positive things, then I have not seen your comments. I don't know what's going on in the back of YouTube. If there's some malfunctions going on from time to time, but it really doesn't have nothing to do with me, because it don't matter how many subs I got. If somebody's being genuine and being real and supporting, trust me, I'm gonna reach out and say stuff. You know, but give me time, because, you know, I got a life outside. Obviously, I'm not on YouTube 24/7. You know, we do have lives and things like that. And we don't always got our devices in our hands all the time. But shout out to the real supporters. And for anybody, man, that's going through hardship and struggles, just know it's going to get better, you know. It may get a little worse, but it's going to get better, you know. And fear is not an option, you know. Fear isn't going to do nothing but make things worse and keep you entertained and detained, you know. Walk in your purpose. You know, you are a star. A lot of people jealous of you, you know what I'm saying? This note to myself and to anyone it applies to. You know, they ain't nothing to watch. They ain't nothing to look at, you know. But they look at you. Always know you the original, you know what I'm saying? Nothing come before you, you the original. So the only thing they could do is copy. Triple One's the guy, our owners. 13. Like, comment, and subscribe, share. Turn on your post notifications. More to come. I'm out.